What's up guys, this is Nick from Stridewise.com. That's a website about boots, and because it's a website about boots, I get asked more questions about Thursday boots than just about any other brand. And of course, the first question people ask about boots when they're ordering online is, how do you size them? So I thought, why not come straight to Thursday Boots headquarters and ask the man himself, Nolan Walsh, co-founder of Thursday Boots. How's it going? How do you size your boots?
So generally what we've seen work for people with standard D-widths, just saying going a half size down from their sneaker tends to get the best fit.
So a D width, feet are kind of broken up by widths, and D is the average width. It's what most people are, it's what I am. And there's a lot of guys that are wide widths, they have a bit more trouble finding footwear, but if you're a D width, we'll keep it straight down the middle for now. If you're a D width foot, a normal width foot, and my sneakers are normally like a size 12, you think I should get a size 11 and a half?
Yes, sir.
I've read in the past your boots, the normal width is for D and E widths, and then you have a wide width that's double E and triple E. Is your normal width, is that still okay for people with E width feet? Or would you suggest that they either size up or go wider?
I think the best advice I can give is trust yourself, trust your own feet. For some people, we've seen them go up a half size and being very happy with that. For some people, we see them exchange to the double E last and being happy with that.
And take advantage of the free exchanges and returns.
Exactly.
How does the fit of a boot compare to the fit of a sneaker? This might be their first pair of boots, they've only ever worn sneakers. Does it feel different? Like what feels right in a sneaker might not feel right in a boot, or vice versa?
Yeah, I'd still say there's some general principles of comfort. As the primary wear tester of both the boots and sneakers, for me it's am I walking normally, or is it splaying my feet in weird directions? Do I feel comfortable just wearing them all day long, multiple days in a row? And I would say, obviously with the sneaker, you don't have a high shaft, so your ankle's flexing more. A lot of footbeds are removable, they're spongier, things like that. I feel perfect in a 10.5 in the sneaker, super comfortable, love wearing it, and in a 10 in the boots.
Why do sizes differ between like your true size, your sneaker size, and your boot size? Why is there so much difference?
So for most people, including myself, the size that I wear on Thursday is the size I get in a Brannock device. Most athletic sneakers are actually a bit larger, and that's just how people decided to do it, and then everyone kind of went with that. Whereas we went with more that classic, your real size.
But that's different to a lot of boot companies where you're a half size smaller than your Brannock size, right? So like I'm an 11 in a lot of Red Wings. In Thursdays, I'm often 11 and a half.
I haven't measured the lasts or kind of insoles for other brands, but again, if there's more instep volume or just a wider shape in the last, maybe you go further into the kind of fit point in the toe box, that could enable you to wear a smaller size more comfortably.
Sometimes people will get a boot, it'll fit fine, but they'll have a lot of width at the end like that, and they won't know that's on purpose. I get emails from that, from people asking, there's room at the end of the boot, I feel like it's the wrong size, and I have to say, no, sometimes people like that.
So exactly, that's the other thing. Sometimes people like a roomier fit, sometimes people like a tighter fit. A lot goes into what you're doing in the boot. If you're just walking around the city, and if you think of our captains, the lasts are different between the classic captain, rugged Brazilian captain, and where for a lot of movement outdoors, something you're really beating up, you do actually want a snugger fit, because as that leather breaks in, I'd give it 2-3 days of really full wear. You're gonna have the tightness in the leather dissipate a little, and that snugness will also dissipate.
Do you not get plenty of people who try it on, it's just painfully tight, and they think, well, I was told the leather will stretch, I'll keep wearing them, but actually they were just too tight from the get-go?
It's really important to think about snugness as a bit of snugness and not pain, right? There's a very, very big difference of if you're wincing as you walk, you have the wrong size, for sure.
When I get a new pair of boots, if I feel my heel slipping just a little bit when I'm walking around in them, does that go away with time as it conforms to my ankle, or is heel slip no good in a Thursday boot?
Yeah, so we use heat-activated counters here that mold to your foot. So as you wear it, your foot I think the bottom of your foot has more sweat glands than any other part of your body. Fun fact.
Hot.
So yeah, exactly, hot. Same thing with the cork bed right on the midsole. It's gonna, go down a little. I would say that, if you're experiencing a bit of heel slip early on, that's not something to worry about. But if your boots are tied well, that's that other thing with heel slip. A lot of times it's if your boots aren't tied very well. If your boots are tied well, you're getting a lot of heel slip. You probably want to consider a different size.
I think a big boots versus sneakers thing as well is that the magic of boots, the reason so many people get so into this area of footwear is that they do get more comfortable as time goes on. A lot of things, they get less comfortable and they look worse the more you wear them. And boots, it's the opposite. They get that heat activated counter. You sink into the footbed, the cork molds the shape of your foot, the leather softens, all this stuff. So it gets better. It shouldn't be absolute agony when you first get it on though. The reason I'm here filming this today is because Thursday, you recently opened your own factory and you've updated some of the lasts. This is a last. It's just it's the foot-shaped mold that the boot is built around, which just totally determines the fit and the comfort and all this kind of stuff.
So one of the things that we were sure about when we started the company is we want to make the highest quality products and sell them to customers at the best possible value. So historically, we've definitely done a bunch of little tweaks. For instance, on the rugged resilient captains, we went with our new last, the Kingmaker last. The really only difference is 1.5 more millimeters right in here, just allowing your toes to splay a little better. And then, we touched the volume up a little bit here.
So the new Captain has a little bit more room, but largely your fit is going to be the same, and the main difference is going to be aesthetic more than anything else.
For me, I wore 10 in the old last. I still wear 10 in this last. We'll see how it goes. For the initial people who have worn it, the results have just been fantastic though.
So the Captain is the most popular version, most popular boot from Thursday. This is my incredibly worn pair. They come in two ranges of leathers. There's the rugged and resilient ones. That's the extra oily, extra hard wearing. They don't need very much care, if any at all. The classic Captain, that's a different last.
Yeah, so these boots still fit great and work for everyday wear. But for something like classic Captain, that's where the fit's just a little bit roomier, just reflecting on what the typical use case is of just going out, on a normal night or to the office. You want to look good, you want to have a bit of room. We're talking about millimeters.
Yeah. All right, so let's also talk about your Chelseas, because Chelseas are a whole different game when it comes to lasts and fits and everything. I've got my old kind of one-in Honey Dukes. These are the newer ones. The sizing is still the same between the old and the new Dukes, is that right?
Yep. We still recommend the exact same size, but the new one definitely, let's say you ordered a 10 in the old ones, the new ones should definitely feel a bit snugger and hug your foot better. A bit more break-in, but again, like the overarching new fit, I think is a lot better for extended wear.
I really like the Cavalier. I've worn that one a lot. The Duke, it's just never really fit my foot all that well. I've still worn these a good amount, but when I got these new Dukes, I did find the fit better. Like all these years, I've wanted to wear in Honey Dukes, and the fit's just never been quite right. But the new one, it really is. It's fitting my foot a lot better.
That's the benefit, even though some people are like, oh, you changed this little thing, it fits different, but that benefit of just continually redoing it. I think we're done with a lot of these in terms of I'm not sure how I could personally be more happy with them anymore. But it's really great to hear that you're liking them.
And one more we wanted to touch on, the Hero boot. When people think of Thursday, sometimes I think of the more sleek, streamlined sort of look. Whereas the Hero boot, it's quite a bit rounder and flatter and roomier. Sure. It's a lot more traditional booty.
For sure. Again, when you're thinking about the last, you really need to think in 3 dimensions and how everything plays together. A lot of times when you actually go wider on the toe box, you end up going a bit snugger in other areas to make sure that you're not just swimming in the boot, right?
Yeah.
If you scale out everything.
So it can secure your foot better.
Exactly. So there's a bit of those differences, of a bit snugger in here, a bit wider here.
that makes it more casual as well, and it makes it like more easier for like looser jeans and that sort of stuff. It's definitely a more casual boot, and it's good for a lot of guys who they don't totally vibe with like some of Thursday's other more streamlined aesthetics. But this is like a great option. They've got more boots for everyone.
Amen. That's the goal.
That's the guide to Thursday sizing. I think that's pretty good. Anything you want to add?
Trust yourself. I'd reiterate again with that, where just that general advice of you don't want your big toe right against the edge of the front. Generally, I'd say that thumb width is perfect, and there's a difference between pain and snugness.
Yes.
And I think keeping that in mind, leveraging that we have free exchanges and returns, get the boots that you're going to want to wear year after year.
And to totally summarize up, while some of the lasts have changed, the sizing advice remains the same. Go half a size down from your sneaker size, and feel free to exchange if it doesn't feel quite right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Don. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, and
pleasure.
subscribe here as well for more stuff on casual stuff that lasts a long time. That's my tagline I'm trying out. What do you think?
I love it.
Cool. All right, cool. See you next time.